Week 8 SFL action continues this evening from Bank Michigan Stadium as the Motor City V8s play host to the Los Angeles Lycans. Good evening, everybody. I am Mike Daggs, and with me in the booth is Gerald Smith. With us, tracking stats, Eddie Gage and Zach Haldorf, and Ron Haynes, always lurking somewhere. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Gerald, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. Like you said, got Mr. Eddie Gage in the booth.
Legends.
Yeah, and I know, but I wonder if he can get a pick six from the booth. Maybe that'll scratch it off that Hall of Fame bucket list, or we're going to take away his Hall of Fame jacket.
What's he going to pick off, though? Like a pen or something? And just
somebody's chicken wings going up.
Steal wings right off of Zach's plate. That's all right. Zach Haldorf has corn on his plate. He's good. That's all that man needs.
Corn is the best.
Hey, we've got a game tonight. What are we going to start debating food already? We've got a game. Let's stick to the game. We've got a couple of teams. Both of them need to get a win. We talked about it in the pregame show. It's a whole new season for these teams. Wipe those records off the board. Start fresh. See what they can get going. Here in the second half of the season.
Yeah. Look, and I know a lot of people call Drew really the mad professor because he's always putting together these really, really interesting experiments for his squad out in Motor City. So you got that type of coach in Motor City, right, with a very young team, and you also have Rochelle Colson, new head coach of the Los Angeles Lycans.
Well, we're going to see how her offense does right now as the Lycans take the opening kickoff and bring it back up to the 32-yard line, and that is where we will see Sully Richardson and the LA offense come out onto the field for the first time. 129 yards away from 30,000 on his career, Gerald. We'll see if Sully can get to that tonight. Certainly possible. He's thrown it quite a bit this season. Number 1 in the league in pass attempts with 220.
Yeah, but he hasn't been too bad, right? I mean, there's some quarterbacks in the league that's actually thrown a lot less touchdowns and a lot more interceptions than he has. So,
we'll see what they get going, and if they can get Logan Jack going in the running game. 3 wide receivers and Jack in the backfield. Jack gets a nice one to start the game. Good gain of 6 up the left side. Let's roll through the starting offense for LA. We mentioned Sully Richardson, and Logan Jack is the halfback. They also have Brandon Brennenstall at halfback. Jalen Wells is the fullback. Bubba Tree, Darius Iniguez, LZ Pryor, and Chris Lee are the receivers. Tommy Rahman, Jack Flash are the tight ends. Handoff on second down. That one nets him 3. That was Brennenstall with the carry. And Darius Iniguez, the Silent C.
The Silent C.
There's a C in his first name.
There sure is.
You don't pronounce that, though.
Yep.
Ergo, the Silent C was born. I formation on third down. Can they get a first and keep this drive going on their opening possession? Richardson under center, hands the ball off for the third straight time. They get the first down and more, moving the chains.
You know something that's crazy? Just on his first rush of the game, I know it's his second rush for Logan Jack, he actually tripled his per carry average in just one carry. So I do think that he can get himself in a good position, right, if they actually do it.
First throw of the ball game comes on this play, and heading down the right sideline trying to connect with Chris Lee, unable to do so, brings up a second down. The Motor City defense is made up of Dakota Butts, Maurice Williams, Doug Howard, and Mo Biggins on the defensive line. At linebacker, Rodney Panani and King McNeely. The corners, Sammy Seatbelt III, Terrence Pearson, and King Rashid. Safeties, Mark Coffin, Nicholas Warner, and Kane Vasquez. A 1-yard run on second down sets him up with a 3rd and long.
I really do like the play call. It just wasn't really executed as they would hope right there. Just kind of get there. Look like you kind of step back to drop the pass. As they known that Sully Richardson has more passing attempts than anybody in the league thus far. Drop back, draw it off to Logan Jack. It just didn't quite get what they needed.
Richardson on third down connects and gets a whole lot more. LZ Pryor all the way down to about the 20-yard line. A huge gain and another first down.
Sully Richardson saw the pressure coming in and was getting it out there to LZ Pryor on a 50-50 ball right there and caught it right in front of the defender, able to break a tackle and get his team right on the verge of getting into the red zone.
Gerald just took a glance over at the stats truck. Believe it or not, I was right. Ron Haynes literally broke in again. He's got to have a master key or something. Or he's just like an evil, burglar or something.
Yeah, but he's fabulous and phenomenal.
I guess.
All of the above. I'd give that guy a key too.
We already had. Oh, look at this run. Logan Jack. First down and goal all the way to the 9.
New coach inspiring old players right here.
The right coach.
RC, Rochelle Colston could be the right coach with those initials right here. And it looks like it's paying off, at least on the first drive so far.
Or we could go with Coach Colston and just call her Cece.
That'll work. Cece.
Yeah, I like Cece.
Cece. Well, Rochelle, you're now Cece.
Let's go, Cece. You're getting it done here on the first drive. First down and goal as the Motor City defense is getting pushed back. They just can't get off the field here on third down. Fresh set of downs now from the 8. I formation. Ball is handed off to Brennan Stahl, fighting forward, tackled at about the 2. Second down and goal. We already had Eddie Gage and Zach Haldorf in the stats truck. I mean, that's a solid stats crew as is.
It is.
And then Ron Haynes is like, yeah, but I'm also here.
Maybe he's support staff. Yeah. He's like the IT guy. Hey, man, if you got a problem, I'm here.
The stats team cheerleader, if you will. Logan Jack. Can't get anything on that one. Third down and goal. The Motor City defense looking to try to get off the field here on this third down. Already on this opening drive. A pair of third downs, both converted by LA. Ball is handed off and untouched. Walking into the end zone, Logan Jack gets the touchdown, his first of the season. And what a way to start the second half of the season for the LA Lycans.
It's been quite the drive right there, especially the tough week they had with the coach stepping down for them. And then getting a new coach right here, putting in a new type of game plan. And right now, even though they are 0-6, at least on this first drive, they are playing some inspired ball. Hey, they figure, hey, it's a halfway point. Hey, it's two half to a season. Let's just start it all and just start as if it's all anew right now, right? New coach, second half of the season, and see what we're going to do. And they put up 7 points right here.
10-play drive, taking up almost 70 yards of the field to get down into the end zone and score. 3 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. And that's what they want to do. LA starts with the football. That offense goes out and they score some points. Now let's see what Motor City can do. Like I said, it's a whole new season. And both of these teams in prime position to turn things around now.
Yeah, and I think, look, and we're going to see what Motor City has going on too, right? We know that they fell to at the time, the winless Portland Fleet last week, and here they are for the second week in a row playing another winless team. And they are young themselves, right? They're going to have, they have young talent right here. It's all depends on how they're going to utilize it, right, going forward. But we're going to see what they're going to do on offense here on this first drive.
Well, King Rashid, the rookie, 9th overall pick. He brings his offense out onto the field. They'll start at their own 20-yard line, averaging 50% completion percentage. He's thrown 4 touchdowns, has also had 9 picks on the season. That ball goes to Christopher Dean, the fullback, who actually is number 2 in carries on this roster, his 43rd carry of the season. King Rashid's the quarterback. Torineo Rivera is one of the halfbacks, along with BB Blitz, and you just saw Christopher Dean, the fullback. Pass is complete, setting up a third down and inches. That one going to Johan Sutherland. He's one of the wide receivers. They also have Harana Queen Jackson at wide receiver, Shane Kaufman and Guy Clausen. Azami Mihata is one of the tight ends. Julian Gusters and Phil Koss are the other 2. Bill McMillian, Phil McMillian, and John Smith are the left tackle, right tackle, and center, respectively. And just like LA was able to do, Gerald, Motor City getting the first down and keeping the drive going. These offenses both looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, and Christopher Dean making 2 really, really good runs right there and picking up the first down, getting them about 6 yards on that carry right there to pick it up. Look, and if they go like just slow and steady right here, not get too far out of the box and what they want to do, I think they can better answer right here the way it's looking so far right here. But here they are. Their success was in the running game. They're thrown here.
Jackson to throw. Flag on the play, probably in the area of some offensive holding. We'll get the call from the ref.
Threw that quick.
Yeah, that flag came out.
Oh, was it defensive holding?
Defensive holding.
Wow.
That quickly after the snap, too. Let's take a peek at it here. Oh, yeah. He grabbed him. He slowed down. Guy Clausen's getting mad. Look at this. He's like, get off me. And he saw the flag, and he's like, that's what's up.
It worked.
Another free, a free first down. Another first down on the drive for Motor City.
I wonder why, defensive holding is 5 yards, but offensive holding is 10. That's bad math.
Yeah. I don't know. There's some discrimination going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Ball is handed off once again. That one good for a 5-yard pickup by Christopher Dean, only averaging 2.9 yards per carry on the season, but after first couple of runs is averaging almost 5 yards on each.
Yeah, no, and they're actually doing pretty good right here. I don't think we've seen, a halfback get a run out of Motor City just yet.
Ball handed off, and BB Blitz hit for a loss of 1. Colin Northrup in the chat. Gerald says, way to go, Guy Clausen. Good acting.
Sometimes you got to do it.
That's right. Sometimes you just got to really overemphasize the fact that there's a very minor hold being done.
Not only can
I'm falling down.
Not only can football players play ball, but they can actually act as well. Multi-talented.
Play action rollout on third down, and a wide open receiver, Shane Kaufman, gets the catch, gets the first down, his 12th catch on the season. He's the number 2 wide receiver on this team, right behind Guy Clausen.
Yeah, and he actually rolled out right there and able to find some space for the quarterback after the play action. Was able to find Shane Kaufman, kind of running somewhat of a little corner route, got right behind the DBs, underneath the safeties, and picked up a nice third down to get him further into LA territory.
First down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Oh. That pass over the middle, nearly picked off. Bounced out of the hands of the defender. And Monty Wyatt flying in there. He was ready to make the tackle. He's made a few of them already, Gerald.
I felt like that was such a dangerous throw as well. It could have been going the other way, and it could have put Motor City in a really difficult spot.
Wyatt blew up the receiver. He's like, "Oh, the ball got tipped." Boosh.
It's free ran at that
it's
point.
Legal.
It is. No interference in that.
Just
because
it's legal doesn't mean it's right. You remember what happened last time.
It's always right.
Jackson throws over the middle. That one is complete. Getting it into the hands of the big tight end. Phil Koss getting his first catch of the ball game. 3rd down and 1 for the V8s.
Yeah, Phil Koss. He's a 2-time All-Star, right? We said his team is really, really young, but they got a couple of All-Stars on this team too, and Phil Koss is one of those at the tight end position, having 2 All-Star appearances under his belt.
Been there a couple times, most recently in season 19. Trying to get back into it for sure. Everybody likes to be recognized for the All-Star roster. On 3rd down and 1, he gets about 0.9 yards. 2 feet and 11 inches to be exact. Is 4th and an inch.
I thought he was gonna get it, but he just couldn't. It looked like he was going to drag him to it, but then the defender just got in his way and stopped him short with inches to go.
I was half expecting a flag, but I'm glad they didn't throw it. I did not think that he made it across the line. 4th down and inches, a 41-yard field goal try, straight down the middle. That one is good, and Motor City is also able to get some points on the board in their opening possession, a 10-play, 55-yard drive. So a couple of lengthy drives for both of these teams. LA, however, able to capitalize with a touchdown. If you are new to the Simulation Football League, welcome to the show. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server. You can find it by going to simulationfl.net, click the Join the Community button, and begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. That tackle looked like it took a long time. Was there an injury? There was, yeah. Joe Tafoya, one of the backup defensive ends for Motor City, getting hurt on that kick return. So LA, a 10-play, 68-yard touchdown drive, taking a little over 3 minutes off the clock, followed by a Motor City 10-play drive over 3 minutes off the clock. It's going to be one of those games. Sully Richardson only threw a couple of passes, completed one on that opening possession. 6 carries for Logan Jack, though. And we're going to go right to the air, and that one's dangerously almost intercepted. Nicholas Warner, the guy who's done it for 13 seasons in this league, almost got himself a pick.
And Nicholas Warner, a lot of people may not realize, but Nicholas Warner is also multifaceted, right? He started his career in the defensive secondary like he is here right now this season, but he actually moved to linebacker for a few seasons and was really, really good linebacker. He just do what the team needs.
Richardson under pressure. He's going to take off and run with it. Gains 8. Wise decision as that pocket was collapsing. I thought he was going to get sacked, Gerald, but he's able to extend the play and get 8 yards.
Yeah, he actually made the most of it right there. That's the only thing he could do right there is just like see the pocket collapsing around and step up in the pocket and make a break for it.
Richardson, 3rd straight pass on this drive, and that one is complete. Connects with LZ Pryor once again. He gets the first down and keeps the drive alive.
Yep, all they need is first downs, and they're actually picking them up right here, right? Something that these two particular teams I thought had a very good first drive for themselves, each putting up points. And LA is almost looking like they picked up kind of where they left off the last drive with going down and getting themselves a touchdown.
Nicholas Warner now with 3 straight tackles. And almost had himself a pick. Pitch down to the bottom, Logan Jack. Almost looked like he missed the stiff arm there, Gerald. He put it out, but he didn't connect.
I don't know if he wanted the stiff arm or shoulder charge. It looked like he was
just saying,
indecisive.
Hey.
It's like, I don't know if I want to put my shoulder down. He got caught in the middle of it in transition to figure out what he wanted to do, and the defender was able to bring him down.
2nd down and 7 now for LA. 7-step drop by Richardson on a bullet pass. A laser over the middle to Chris Lee and getting the first down.
What a bullet pass that was. Sully fired it across, and he one-handed it, Chris Lee did, to get themselves right back into Motor City territory.
First down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Delayed handoff, and that one goes only back to the line of scrimmage. They'll spot Jack with a 1-yard pickup. 2nd down and 9.
Maurice Williams just stopping right in the middle, being able to pick up Logan Jack and throw him to the ground. It looked like it was no gain, but they're going to credit him a yard. Didn't even look like he got that much.
Jack with the carry again. Hey, he got the stiff arm that time. He'll gain 2. And 3rd down and 7 coming up. They've had some success on 3rd down so far in this one, Gerald. 4 of 4, in fact.
Right, and here it is, another 3rd down, right? They face, and we're going to see what they're going to do right here. They're right on the edge of field goal range. I think they're right on the fringe right here. If nothing else, they'd like to pick up just a few yards to get themselves within definite field goal range.
Play action. Richardson has time. Goes deep down the middle, and that one's incomplete. He's trying to get it all the way down to the 5-yard line, but well covered. And they are right on the edge of field goal range. We'll see what they do here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do. They're going to...
Looks like they're going to punt.
Yeah, looks like they're going to punt right here. So close to putting more points on the board right here. And I don't know, man. I think they're... I don't know, man. I think they had enough out of the kicker to be able to get themselves at least a try.
And not the greatest of punts either, as it goes out right at about the 20-yard line. 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ball actually spotted at the 18. Pass is complete up to the 32. Johan Sutherland getting in on the action as it brings us to the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, what a good route, right? The defensive back right there kind of played further out, and King Jackson was able to hit Sutherland right there on that corner route, right where it needed to be.
1 quarter down, 3 quarters to go. Here from Detroit, Michigan, you're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. I'm Mike Daggs. He is Gerald Smith. Got Eddie Gage, Zach Haldorf, and even Ron Haynes, who is effectively a squatter at this point, but a squatter that we've accepted into our lives. As we get the second quarter started. Another bullet pass. King Jackson slinging it over the middle, getting it to Guy Clausen. He gets his first catch of the ball game, and it's a nice one.
Yeah, and it's a tight end turn wide receiver. Talk about a tight end, throw it to the tight end. I guess you could say it, but now he's a wide receiver. King Jackson throwing a bullet right there, threading the needle between the linebacker and the safety there. What a throw by King Jackson to Guy Clausen.
First down and 10 now for the V8s. Empty backfield as Clausen goes in motion. Trips now down to the bottom. Jackson over the middle. That one's complete in traffic, threading that needle to Sutherland and getting enough for another first down.
Yeah, it just it looked like a quick slant route right over the middle. And Sutherland's able to find a little bit of space, and it was somewhat of a timing route, too. Knew where he was going to be at a spot, and he threw right to the spot, and Sutherland was right there.
Fresh set of downs now from the LA 40-yard line. Close game so far in points and in stats. 102 total yards for the Lycans, 83 for the V8s as they continue to add on this drive. Passing yards about the same. Rushing yards currently favoring LA. But the average yards per play, Gerald, pretty darn close. As Jackson, they're averaging 5.9 per play. Gained 7 there. It was pretty close to their average. Second down and 3.
Yeah, I do believe that's a third straight pass and catch to Sutherland right there. Seemed like they're finding themselves, Sutherland's finding himself a bit open, and King Jackson is able to find him right there. He just keeps getting an inch closer and closer to field goal range.
Ball is handed off now. Torineo Rivera gets his second carry of the ball game. That one good for a gain of a couple. Third down and 1 coming up.
Well, I think this is one of the important third downs right here in this early game. So to pick this up, reset the downs, and definitely get themselves within field goal distance.
And they get the first down as Christopher Dean, who's been busy so far in this one, gets another carry and moves the chains. The V8s down to the LA 26-yard line now. To your point, Gerald, they are in field goal range, and fresh set of downs. See what they can continue to do.
Yeah, Christopher Dean has been the best carry they had so far.
A 2-yard pickup sets up a second down and 8. Jackson, 6 of 7 so far for about 70 yards. His last few plays relying on the running game.
They've been doing pretty well, right? It's been drives for them. It's been kind of slow, methodical type stuff. Uh-oh.
Oh, and that one's picked off. Right after I call out how efficient he's being, Tazzy Blackwell says, you guys are getting too close to scoring. She gets herself an interception. 6'3" inside linebacker. That's how you get it done. And turnover on the play will set LA up at their own 21-yard line. Blackwell with her third interception now on the season, Gerald.
Yep, and you know right there, it's a lot of times they went to Sutherland on those routes, those quick slant routes, which is, you know, kind of a spot-type throw. Tazzy Blackwell, being experienced as she is, been able to pick it up and notice and getting in that passing lane, was able to knock it up to herself and pick it off and give LA back the ball.
3 receivers set. Richardson, quick pass over the middle. Richardson's favorite target on the day so far, LZ Pryor, and he gets himself another catch.
Yeah, and LZ Pryor just doing it right. Found a deeper, somewhat post route right there. Kind of going in and he's one-handed it like it was an easy catch, and he took a hit, right? It's a good way to get the ball knocked out, but he's able to hold on to it and reset the downs.
Four receivers and a tight end in the formation for the Lycans. Richardson with a 5-step drop. Throwing and connecting once again. Bubba Tree. Bubba Tree getting involved. Bubba's first catch. I don't know. It's just a fun name to say. He's laughing at me.
Well,
Bubba Tree.
And he's a big guy. 6'5".
He's a tree, dude. Of course he's big.
I guess the Tree family is known for tall people that are built like trees, maybe.
Absolutely. Mr. and Mrs. Tree come from a long lineage of tree-like folks.
How fast do you think a tree can move? Because Bubba Tree is fast.
Well, Bubba Tree is probably the fastest tree I know. Speaking of moving fast, it's the second run we've seen by Richardson as he'll gain 6. On that one, second down and 4.
He had to break the pocket. I guess he felt he had to break the pocket to kind of get out there. He almost got stuck and caught for a sack, but he was able to kind of snake his way through and actually pick up some positive yardage there.
Another nice, powerful running play. As that one goes to Wells. Jalen Wells rumbling forward for a nice gain. You know, if you're watching the game and you're not also joining in or at least watching the chat, you're doing yourself a disservice. We got Charles Doherty, a.k.a. Pseudo Nakai, in the house with us. Thanks for joining us, Pseudo. He goes, I'll meet you down by the Bubba Tree. It made me giggle. Logan Jack gets back to the line, and that's about it. Second down and 10. Shout out to all of you who are joining us and participating in the chat. Colin Northrup, Guy Clausen, Swole Adventures, Ace Blackwell. As I continue to scroll, Pseudo Nakai.
Swole Adventures.
I'm numbing. I don't know what that is. Somebody smashed the keyboard and that was their name. Nice deep pass down to LZ Pryor. All the way down to the 10-yard line. Be a first down and goal for the Lycans. And the Silent C is with us in the chat as well.
Yeah, the Silent C just popping up in the chat as his teammate comes up with a huge catch to get them kind of inside the 10-yard line. He's right at the 10 or just inside of it for first and goal for LA as they're looking to make this potentially a 2-score game.
Three receivers set on first and goal. About 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Hand off. Logan Jack almost makes it into the end zone. He went untouched on his first touchdown run, Gerald. So close, almost did it again.
And I think it's one of them perfect plays you choose right there, right? Like you actually spread the offense out, you put the wide receiver in motion, and then you run to that side as you get the defense to shift with the wide receiver as he moves, and you run right on that end, and it almost gets in the end zone for about an 8-yard gain.
Power I on second and goal from about the 1.5. And that one is into the end zone. Brandon Brennenstall with the touchdown, his third on the season, and a 2-score advantage for the winless LA Lycans.
Yeah, and the Lycans here on the road, right? It seems like they have shaken off their struggles on offense, at least on these drives here, and getting themselves in a situation.
Cece's got them moving, man.
Yeah, she does. Is that what they needed?
Apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
This offense is cooking right now. I mean, they're playing efficient football. They've got Sully Richardson at 6 of 9 for over 100 yards. They've got Logan Jack with a rushing touchdown. He's got about 45. Brennenstall might only have 3 carries for 9 yards, but one of them went for a touchdown. Listen, I don't care if Ray Bentley only has one carry per game if it's a touchdown. Like, it's getting in the end zone. That's what counts. That's how you get them points.
And they got themselves an 11-point lead right here.
Kick taken back at the 10-yard line. And Motor City here in Detroit, Michigan. They're going to get back on the field on offense. Speaking of Michigan, Bank Michigan is your locally owned and managed community bank serving the great people of the Great Lakes State with custom tailor-made deposit and loan packages since 1907 when Rick Northrup first started with the company. Stop by one of our offices or visit us online at bankmichigan.bank. Bank Michigan. Better thinking. Banking.
I think Rick has a Rick meter in his office.
I would hope so. Oh, deep pass down the left side. King Jackson letting it rip, overthrowing his target. 2nd down and 10.
I think that was a real dangerous throw because there's nothing but Lycans as far as he overthrew it, and I just don't think the defense was able to even pick it up or even notice the ball in the air. That was a real dangerous throw.
2nd down and 10 from the 30. 5-step drop, pressure on its way, and almost got there. But the ball was indeed caught. Phil Koss getting his second. That one a 7-yard pickup, 3rd down and 3 with 3:30 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, we're going to see what they do right here. I mean, they haven't had a whole lot of success on the ground. It has been only through Christopher Dean right here.
Ooh, handoff
to Christopher Dean, and he doesn't get nothing.
No, yeah.
I think he lost.
Great call, Gerald.
It was the curse of the analyst.
Curse of the guy who didn't know if he was in the owner's box or the sideline at his own game that he was supposed to be coaching in, I believe.
Well, when you get beat up as much as we did last week, you wouldn't remember where you were. I don't even know if I even want to remember where I was last week.
I'm not even sure you went to that game.
I was there.
Were you?
Yeah.
So
I
LA
snuck out and acted like I wasn't there. Like I didn't say that. Did we win?
I'm gonna go get me a pretzel, guys. I'll see y'all later. Peels out of the parking lot. LA with an 11-point lead so far. Offense has looked quite good. Starting off the game with a 10-play, 68-yard drive, resulting in a touchdown. They did punt on their next drive, but they got a couple of first downs in it. 8 plays, 79 yards. Last time around, we'll see what they're able to do here as Logan Jack adds on to his total with a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9. Are you liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is nobody else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. How much football do we give you? Well, we're the only football league with football right now. So that's something. Richardson over the middle to the Silent C, getting his first catch of the game, 3rd and 2 after a 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, and to make it 3rd and manageable right here, right? They can pick up this 3rd down right here. It'll go a long way, especially right before half. Right before half, and there's 2 minutes left. They're not going to get this snap off before a 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to go here in the first half from Detroit, Michigan. Motor City falling behind. LA's got the football. Watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Crowd on their feet here at Bank Michigan Stadium. Richardson hands it off. Just enough for the first down. Logan Jack moving the chains.
He fought for those yards right there. Look like he had a clear shot of getting the first down and more. But what ended up happening was he got hit, and it looked like he to me, it didn't look like he got it, but the actual ref marked him for a first down, but whatever works.
Absolutely. Pitch up top to Brennenstall. 4-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 6. No particular hurry. They've got all 3 timeouts. You know they like to save them sometimes.
Yeah, but that was in the old regime.
That was
right?
the old.
Well,
CC uses those timeouts.
Yeah, either
like
that
they're going
or,
out of style.
Or did the collection just get passed from the old coach to the new?
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's on the field. I guess. I don't know. That's what Matt would have said, whether it made sense or not. 3rd down and 3. A 3-yard pickup. Ron Haynes. He's got, I think, a telescope of some sort as he spies down on the field. He has confirmed that ball was
he's
right
done some great
line.
things with the camera. I saw my glamour shot from the convention. It was very well taken, might I add.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's right. He did. Yeah, got us in just the right light, and boy, did we look beautiful.
Yep, that's what I said. It's my glamour shot.
First time out called by LA. The Lycans at their own 46-yard line. Three receiver set and an offset eye in the backfield. Richardson to throw. Pocket collapsing. Hit as he releases the ball. And a Matt Wilson-esque duck flutters to the ground. Lifeless.
He had somebody coming right in his face off the edge, and Maurice Williams was right in his face, and he got it off just in time. He was facing a sack.
Four wide receivers now, and a tight end. 44 seconds to go in the first half. Quick pass is incomplete. Tried to hit the tree. And the tree was not able to haul it in. 3rd and 10.
So how many people was around that tree?
Yeah, but he's a tree, though. So.
No, but it was a dangerous throw to the tree with all them people around it.
Trips up top. Single receiver to the bottom. Richardson now 7 of 12. Play action. That one good for a first down inside the 40. First down and 10 at the 30. I'll call it the 30. What do you want to call it? I guess we'll just say the 38 and a half. Richardson, quick pass. Gets it to Elsie Pryor. And they will burn their final timeout.
And that was a very similar route right there that they hit the wide receiver on a play just before. They decided to run it back again with just a little bit somebody different and be able to pick up more chunk yardage and gets them at the 25 on the edge of being in the red zone.
Richardson throws again, and man, same exact play. Elsie Pryor gets the catch.
Hurry up.
22 seconds to go. Well, they did use up all the timeouts. CC changing things up. End zone. That one's incomplete. Heavy traffic in the area. Chris Lee was just surrounded by players from Motor City and even some from LA.
Yeah, it was, I didn't know who it was going through, whether it would have been Chris Lee or Bubba Tree right there, but I guess Chris Lee was the guy who was going for. Bubba Tree didn't even turn around. I don't even know if it was even coming.
Richardson under pressure and sacked.
Maurice Williams has been taunting him all game long, getting right up in his face. Most of the game is able to beat the right tackle and get him for a sack right there. Just ran right by him. Maurice Williams was just too fast off the edge.
Yeah, and with
For
no
a big man.
after you see, we pick on them for not calling their timeouts in previous games. This time they use them all up a little too soon, and that sack makes it so that they just don't have time to get the field goal unit on, don't even have time to spike the ball, and that will cause them to not get any more points. But hey, they're up 14-3 at the half. Motor City will get the ball to start the second half and see if they can cut into this deficit. As we look at the first half stats and snapshots, Gerald, your thoughts so far on this one?
And you know what they haven't had in LA, right? This game so far, they have not turned the ball over. So that has been somewhat of a key to them offensively, right? Where they can get down the field and not have to worry about, the defense giving them the ball back, because they're actually doing something with the ball, going down there and getting points whenever they have it, not giving it back to the opponent. Motor City, on the other hand, I mean, they're not playing bad, but they're just going down and they're playing a methodical type of stuff, a really, really slow-paced game. They won't be able to, keep doing that in the second half with the deficit they have of 11 points.
Elsie Pryor, the halftime player of the game, the 6'2", 220-pound target, 8 seasons in the league, 7 with the LA franchise, 6 receptions for 96 yards. Accounting for the vast majority of Sully Richardson's yards. In fact, on that drive right before the half, Gerald, where they started just absolutely slinging it, Sully Richardson passed 30,000 yards on his career, and the number continues to climb as he's way up that leaderboard. I believe he's all the way up in the top 15 yardage-wise all time. And that's not too bad when you're in a league that's got 22 seasons in.
Yeah, and he's actually doing it, and I think he's done it all mostly here in L.A.
Yep. So King Jackson back out onto the field for the first time in a while. He'll get things started for Motor City here in the second half. I am Mike Daggs. He is Gerald Smith. Got Eddie Gage, Zach Haldorf on stats. Ron Haynes on, I don't know, hangout duty?
Camera duty.
Camera duty, yeah. He's just, oh, that's right. Yeah, he's got the old telescope working.
Yeah, it's got the telescope and getting glamour shots of us in the booth.
Some binoculars.
I might use that for a job interview.
Oh, yeah, you could. Christopher Dean, the leading back for the V8s, gets another carry. Picks up 5 on that one, averaging about 4 yards per carry in the game so far.
They're staying ahead of the change with all the plays that they've done so far in this drive thus far. Getting a huge chunk on first and getting 5 right here on their second play.
Carry this time going to Christopher Dean's backup. Stanley Pritchett with the carry, 3rd down and 1. Looks like they're sticking to the run here, Gerald.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's something they give out to Christopher Dean, maybe on a fullback dive right here.
They're going to hand that one instead off to BB Belitz. Belitz gets the first down, and some blocking by Christopher Dean.
Yeah, Christopher Dean can do it all. He can run, he can block, and it shows you what I know, because they've been giving the ball mostly to Christopher Dean. But you know what? The last time they had a similar situation, they gave Christopher Dean the ball, he got stuffed and didn't get a whole lot of yards there.
Delayed handoff now to Dean as he lowers the shoulder and gains 6. You know, if Haynes isn't busy, do you think he could, do a snack run?
Like peanut butter pie run?
Or some, what was the thing called that we saw at the concession stand? Pepper Palooza? I don't even remember anymore.
Pepper's Barrage.
Pepper's Barrage.
We'd like a Pepper's Barrage,
Pepper's
please.
Barrage, yeah. It's a heart healthy meal. It's a blend of 3 types of peppers. And that's it. No seasoning, no nothing.
There's a green pepper.
Yep, a red one.
And then there's a yellow one.
Yeah. It's a barrage of peppers, if you will.
It's a very much of a barrage of peppers.
Probably terrible. It's something my wife would eat. Oh, sure. Just give me a plate of
Is it
raw veggies.
Is it sauteed?
Nope.
Just raw veggies?
Raw veggies.
No seasoning or olive
That's
oil
what the
or
barrage
nothing?
Nope, that's it. Anywho, 3rd and inches. Another nice block set up by Dean. Rolling for it. Can't get there. Thought he might be able to get it, but Rivera stopped short. 4th down and 1.
Joseph with the huge stop right here. Now, if I'm Motor City, I think I'd go for it here, and they are bringing out the offense right here.
Yeah.
Because
I don't blame him.
Yeah. So and they have struggled to get themselves in a situation to score points, all game long so far. But this is an opportunity for him to kind of get there and actually get more points on the board if they're able to pick this up.
4 of 7 on 3rd down. And they get the first on that 4th down. Is their 4th down efficiency pretty darn good. We get an updated look at the stats, Gerald. Obviously, LA starting to pull away in all categories, including points on the board, which is the most important category.
And it's actually a well-rounded offensive output. 150 in the air, 93 on the ground.
Rivera able to gain 5. Motor City's not playing bad. I mean, even their stats weren't terrible. They're just not as good as LA is doing. But still plenty of football left in this one. And hey, they're on a drive right now.
Yeah, Motor City isn't doing too bad on 3rd down either. They're just 4 of 7.
2nd down and 5. Dean, a little bit slow to get up there as Greg Ward laid quite a hit. They both look like a couple of trucks just crashing into each other on that.
And it almost looked like one come out of nowhere, like it passed in an intersection, just come off the side and just shoulder block. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I saw the replay. It looked just as painful the second time.
Threw his whole body at him.
Like Goldberg back in the day. Remember Goldberg, the wrestler? Boof. Went airborne. Anywho, Jackson. Back to throw, has time. Down the right sideline. Wide open and all the way down to the 2. 1st down and goal. Johan Sutherland getting a huge reception for the V8s.
And Sutherland running a corner route, running a really good route and able to get separation from the DB there and able to catch and get his. We went outside of the 1 or 2 yard line right here. This is an opportunity for Motor City to get a touchdown on the board to close it to 1 score here at the 2 yard line. I would even say right here, there's 4 chances right here, 4 chances to punch it in the end zone. I think a field goal still gets you down to 1 score, but I think a touchdown is needed.
Oh, and the handoff to the fullback, that gets it done. Touchdown V8s, and it's back to a 1-score ball game.
And you could see the determination from Christopher Dean right there, being able to get hit, and it looked like he was going backwards, but then he was able to get a push on the back to get him further in there. Touchdown Motor City to close the gap down to 5.
Extra point try forthcoming for the V8s. Caleb Richards on for the extra point try. A 12-play, 81-yard drive. Taking 5 minutes off the clock, Gerald. They came out with the ball in the second half and took half the quarter.
Right on a dot.
On the nose.
They couldn't do that again if they wanted. A whole bunch of even numbers. 12 plays, 80 yards, 5 minutes. But that's what they needed. But that's the thing. So if you're going to be a ball control type offense, you're going to have to move the ball and you're going to have to score. And they did it right there on that last drive.
The tree brings it up to the 34. Good starting field position for the Lycans. Now it's up to this Motor City defense. They want to get this ball back. Still trailing by 4. LA has led the entire ball game so far.
And they've only forced LA to punt one time thus far.
Logan Jack, he's having a nice game and getting some more yards there. 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2. We've got an update from Louisiana. Cameron Irvine back at SFL Studios with the update.
Thank you, Mike. Devin Lloyd, the number 2 pick in the SFL rookie draft, with this reception here. It's his first touchdown of the season. Both teams scored touchdowns in the second half. Louisiana's 2-point try, no good. 14-12. Ramblers in the third. Back to you.
Boo.
It's only 2 points.
Thumbs down.
Oh, stop it.
Give us a game break when we're winning, Cameron.
1st and 10 for LA. Three receivers set for the Lycans as Lee goes in motion into the slot. Deep drop by Richardson.
The time.
Firing deep down the
Wide
left
open.
side. Wow. LZ Pryor having the game that he's having. He just passed 100 yards on the day, and you can't leave a guy like that wide open.
And how does he get that wide open? It was the time he was given in the backfield. Sully Richardson had an eternity. Walked back to LA to the kitchen, made a sandwich, still had time to come back and throw a pass and find LC Pryor wide open to get his team near the red zone of Motor City.
Richardson changing the play at the line. I think CeCe's talking in his ear right now, telling him this is what we're going to do. Richardson to throw. Short pass. Connecting with Chris Lee. Gets about 4 yards after the catch. 2nd down and 1.
It really seems like there's a whole lot of space to throw in the passing game for LA. It seems like Motor City's just given way too much ground. And if it's deep, he has time. There's deep. They get lots of separation. Short, there's lots of separation as well.
Logan Jack gets another 1st down, and you saw Richardson's last 10 passes there. Very efficient, over 100 yards, 7 of 10 on the last 10 pass attempts. He's 12 of 18 on the day. Logan Jack with 64 yards on 16 carries. Good for about 3.8 per carry.
That's nearly half of the yards he's had all season.
Yeah.
Logan Jack.
Well, talking to CeCe pregame, she definitely wanted to get Logan Jack more involved and get the running game going. Brennan Stahl on that carry. Only averaging about 3 yards per carry on his 5 attempts, but adding on to that rushing total for the team, which is got to be near 100 yards. I think it's actually a little over 100 if you add in Richardson's 3 scrambles as well.
Oh, no.
Fumbled. Logan Jack fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Motor City. And what was looking like a very efficient, methodical game just fell right out of his hands.
And they were just moving, and they dropped the ball and put it on the ground. And it was in the worst possible spot. It was right in the red zone as they're looking to put more points on the board. And now Motor City has it back to potentially go down and take the lead if they're able to sustain another drive.
Mo Biggins jumped right on that ball after it was
Biggins.
Mo Biggins.
Mo Biggins of what?
What?
Yeah. Mo Biggins?
Mo Biggins. That's his name.
Like more Biggins?
Mo
Biggins?
Yeah, I don't know. I need Mo Biggins. I don't know. I'm not really too sure. I think like you just had my brain just have some sort of seizure or something.
You straight short-circuited right then, bro.
Cain Vasquez punched that one out, Gerald. Is there something fun about his name too?
Nope.
Vasquez. Whoquez?
It might be
Vasquez.
It might be Vasquez. Some people say Vasquez. Vasquez. It depends on.
I need me Mo Biggins. Anyway, 3rd down and 3. Rivera rumbles forward for 5. Are biggins a thing?
No, it's just, I don't know. I just think it says Mo. It's just more. As in Mo is more.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. You're making
But
a
I
shopping
understand.
list.
It's probably short for Maurice,
Could be.
but I just think Mo. I need
Right.
Mo Biggins.
Yeah.
I need more Biggins on my defensive line.
3rd and 3. They get the first down and a little bit more. Christopher Dean doing Dean things. Yeah, I can see it. You know, you're in your kitchen. You know, you're looking through the cupboard, and you call out to your wife, you know, hey, honey, can you add to the shopping list? We need Mo Biggins. We're all out.
Right. Hey, we can mark that. It's just create our own line of food
Called Biggins?
Biggins.
Yeah. And that'll be the commercial. You know, what do you need in your life? You need Mo Biggins.
Exactly.
Only
Why not?
$9.99 a pound.
It'll work.
This week only.
Great quality stuff.
What is wrong with us? Terrion.
Everything.
Yeah. Terreno Rivera gets 6. As the 3rd quarter is approaching its end. Motor City forcing that turnover. And they're on a drive right now, getting closer to midfield. Looking to see if they can possibly take their first lead of the ball game on this drive. BB Blitz.
Wow.
He'll keep the drive rolling as the 3rd quarter will roll to a close.
And it looked like the defenders had him pegged before he was able to pick up the first down, but he just powered right through both of them, almost split them both. And they're left hanging on him as he crossed the first down line.
Motor City might have Mo Biggins on the field, but they need Mo points on the scoreboard. We'll see what they're able to do here in the 4th quarter. 3 quarters down, 10 minutes to go. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on YouTube.
The of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith, Eddie Gage, Zach Haldorf, Ron Haynes in the stats truck, Cameron Irvine, our producer, back at SFL Studios. Flip sides of the field, 10 minutes on the clock, 24 points on the scoreboard. Who's going to win? We'll find out.
Oh, good play.
At the end of this quarter, Dean surges forward for a gain of 3 yards. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Jackson to throw. Pressure and sacked. Brought down by Nick Brummer. And that's a loss of about 7 yards on the play. 3rd and 14.
Brummer just came in, just kind of got separation right there and just come up right through the middle, swim over his opponent, and was able to get right there to King Jackson. And it's a 3rd and long. And I don't know if we've seen Motor City complete a 3rd and long all game. I know they've been pretty good on 3rd downs, but I don't think we've seen a really true 3rd and long from them converted all game.
6 of 9 on 3rd downs overall. They converted 3 of 4 in the 3rd quarter. Their first 3rd down of the 4th. Jackson to throw.
It's got lots of time.
Plenty of time, and a wide open receiver over the middle. Johan Sutherland gets it done again. Fresh set of downs for Motor City.
Yeah, and Sutherland has been doing it in the passing game all game long for Motor City, and there's a huge pickup right here on a 3rd and long. And they got themselves in LA territory. And they're not doing drives at like a really fast pace.
No, all these drives are taking
They're
forever.
chewing up some clock. I mean, we need to get an eye on this time of possession that they've actually got going on right now, because their drives have been long.
Another delayed handoff by Dean, and this is why.
Wow.
Well, that one's actually a lengthier run, but a lot of their runs have been for 4 or 5 yards. So they're getting, 3 plays in and then getting a first down, and then they get another 3 plays in and get another first down. And like, you look at his stats there, 14 carries for 59 yards. It feels like he has had about 30 carries already in this one.
Yeah, because they're just sustaining drives for a while when they're ready to move down the field. Whoa.
That one once again
He
going.
got a yard. He picked up 2 yards.
Well, the refs do be reffing sometimes. Stanley Pritchett gaining a couple there.
The refs do be blind
Somehow.
sometimes. I don't.
You know what they need? Mo Biggins. It helps
Mo
your
Biggins
eyesight.
improves the eyesight. We can make it whatever we want.
Yeah, it can be anything. You just need Mo of it. They're getting Mo first downs. Christopher Dean moving the chains. Drive is currently right about the 4-minute mark, Gerald.
And look, and both these teams combined, if you think about like the first down conversions, LA 7 of 8, Motor City 7 of 11 on third down.
Yeah. Getting it done. The first down scramble goes for 4. Second down and 6.
Now this drive started in the third quarter. Now we're approaching
Feels
3
like it
minutes.
started yesterday.
Right. 3 minutes already in this quarter taken away. They probably had like a minute and a half in the other quarter. So we're going on 4+ minutes on this drive already.
Oh, getting a little bit jammed up there. BB Blitz tackled for a 2-yard loss on the play. 3rd down and 8, and a big 3rd down and 8. I mean, I guess if you don't gain any more yards, you take the field goal here, Gerald, but you're still trailing by a point. Makes it a field goal game, but they want to get the first down here.
Yeah, they do want to get the first down and want to get a touchdown here, but the defense has stepped up in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. Five wide for Motor City. Jackson rolls out, has time, fires deep over the middle.
Oh my God.
End zone. Touchdown. Motor City takes the lead.
Shane Kaufman, who's only had 1 or so catches so far today, makes a big one, runs the seam right down the middle of the field. And King Jackson throws it and hits him right there. Very good ball placement right there where only his guy can get it. Touchdown, and now they take the lead over LA, maybe about 3 points, pending the extra point.
Mo Biggins helping him get Mo points as he jumped on that fumble that was forced by Kane Vasquez. And that drive, which seems like it was just long ago, finally, 5 minutes, 41 seconds later, results in a touchdown, and Motor City claims their first lead of the ball game.
Another long, sustained drive. Like I said, those drives are killer to the opponent if you're able to score points, mainly touchdowns, because you take so much time off the clock and limit the time they have. Sometimes they say the best defense is a really good offense that keeps the opponent off the field. But we're going to see how LA is going to respond right here. They haven't been really crisp on offense in this second half. And they had that fumble. You got to think they did have that fumble while they were getting ready to score in Motor City territory.
They were right down by the red zone. Crisp as a Wickles pickle, if you would. That pass incomplete. The silent C trying to get it.
Now we can't. Now what LA does not need to do is actually put themselves like shoot themselves on the foot in terms of, hey, look, we got to score points and we got to score them fast. You don't have to do that. You still have a lot of time here. Your defense it's playing pretty well still, but you can just run a game. You can still slow it down a little bit for yourselves.
And a nice run on the right side. Logan Jack picking up yards in chunks. Jack having a fantastic game minus that fumble, Gerald.
Minus that fumble, and here he does a stiff arm right off the bat right here. And is able to and actually run. He was decisive in his movements. He knew he wanted a stiff arm. Learned from his lesson last time trying to be indecisive, but he tried to shoulder charge a guy further down the field and pick up first down so they get ever so closer to midfield.
First down and 10 from the 36. All of these possessions taking up Halsey Pryor. All these possessions taking up so much time, Gerald, that each team is only getting 2, sometimes only 1 possession per quarter. Motor City only possessed the ball once in the first quarter, twice in the second quarter. LA possessed it twice in the first and second quarter, but LA and Motor City, both teams, only had a single possession in the third quarter. So far, only one each here in the fourth, and we're at the midway point. So points are at a premium if you're not able to get that ball on offense, these long sustained drives. It's going to come down to that very last second. 3-point ball game, Motor City out in front.
Yeah, and it actually could be a situation here, right, where Motor City, I think if they go, LA, if they go down and score right here and actually score a touchdown, I think it puts Motor City in a spot because I don't know if they have the offense to go down and score real quick.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Well, there's one way to get closer to it. Jumping Jack Flash finally getting involved in the ball game, and he's jumping too. How about that? Right on cue. Yeah. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. Flash gets the catch.
A 3-time All-Star coming up with a huge catch right down the seam and catching it right with a man right in his face and getting him in right at the 16-yard line. And here we are. It's going to turn into a game. Now, what is LA going to do? Are they going to slow it down and try and bleed a little bit of clock so they give no time to
They should,
Motor
I
City?
think. Yeah, I think they should. 4.5 minutes, that's a lot of time to try to bleed off the clock, especially when you have the ball at the 17. But 4.5 minutes to go, I would see if I could try, and it looks like they are maybe taking that approach for now as they hand it off to Brennenstall, who does not gain anything on that one. Second down.
Yeah, and it seems like they are taking somewhat of our advice right there by trying to run right there to slow it a little bit down. It looks like they're more in like a passing formation. I wouldn't be surprised if we see LA spread them out, run up the middle.
And they did indeed run up the middle. Jack getting 3, setting him up with a 3rd down and 7.
Do you pass right here, or you just hold strong and you actually get yourself in a situation where you can just play for the field goal and tie it up?
Pressure on its way. Richardson up top and into the end zone. Touchdown, Likens. Elsie Pryor, the man of the hour, gets it done again and gets his team back in front.
And credit to LA for going down and make that touchdown. But I think the true story of that particular play right there is that the defender in Sammy's seatbelt got lost as to where the ball was and where his man was, and he got turned around and allowed a little sliver of an opening for that ball to be completed for LA to score that touchdown. Missed opportunity for Motor City to knock that ball down.
And these long sustained drives brought to you by those 3rd down efficiencies. LA 8 of 9 on 3rd downs throughout the ball game, and Motor City 9 of 12 as another lengthy drive gets capped off with a touchdown. So 3.5 minutes to go now in the game, Gerald, and we haven't seen Motor City with a drive really that short that's ended in points. Their first drive, they did get 3.5 minutes, but they only got it down to a field goal. Then, their next scoring drive was 5 minutes, and then the one after that, 5 minutes and 41 seconds. So 3.5 minutes, they're going to have to change things up a little bit here.
Yeah, they're going to have to right here because, like you said, their longer drives that have been really, really successful have been longer drives. So they're going to have to do something. They got to, not try and run so much on this drive because they need a touchdown to take the lead. A field goal does them no good.
It's taking them on average 10.3 plays per drive to get into the end zone. It's this average throughout the game for both sides, but that's you don't really have 10 plays worth of time here.
No, not the way that their offense has been operating all game thus far. So they got to pick up the pace and look. And that very first play on that drive, it kind of proves it's a little bit wrong. They picked up 7 by Rivera.
That one goes back down into the hands.
And they get 15 out of it.
BB Blitz as he gets face smashed and pulled down to the ground. Don't make it easy for him, LA. Now, 4 down territory already, Gerald. Even down in field goal range, a field goal doesn't do Motor City any good in this case with only 3 minutes left.
Yeah, well, they're extremely lucky that it was the 5-yard variety instead of the 15 variety, because they would have been, setting Motor City up on, in their own territory. So LA is pretty fortunate that they got the benefit of the doubt on that face mask call.
Quads look down to the bottom now, 4 wide receivers. Jackson has time again, throws over the middle again, and a wide open receiver again. This time, Julian Gusters with his first catch of the ball game. Hashtag throw it to that tight end.
And they got a gazillion of them on this squad right here.
They do.
And he just, it's like he just ran like just a stop route, turned around and just caught it. It was a little bit off, but he's able to grab it. Good thing he grabbed it, because the defender was coming right behind him, able to pick it up.
Yep, he's watched that straight into his hands. So you can see Jackson's passing breakdown over the middle working quite well for him in this one. 3 receiver set now on 1st down and 10. 2.5 to go in LA territory. Christopher Dean. Christopher Dean with a nice carry. He'll gain 8, adding on to his total, now at about 67 yards.
Yeah, and here they are proving us wrong, right? That they can't move down the field fast, even with running the ball, but they're doing exactly that right now as they're starting to approach the 30 of LA.
Approaching the 2-minute warning. I formation from the 35.
Oh,
that one going nowhere. In fact, going for -2. 3rd down and 4 coming up on the other side. 2 minutes to go here in a very close ball game. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube.
Monte Wyatt came right off the edge and shut that down on that last play.
He's been having one heck of a game, too. 11 tackles for Wyatt. Absolutely getting it done. 2 minutes to go. A 1-score ball game. Got a couple of 1-score ball games going on right now. King Jackson rushes back to the line. I don't know if they'll count that as a sack or if they'll count that as a very short run, but it goes for no gain. We'll let the stats crew figure that one out as Jackson stays on the field. 4 down territory here.
There's Rochelle Colston getting in there from a linebacker spot. She's talented.
CC doing it all. And they're going to rely on Christopher Dean, and he can't get there. The LA defense gets the stop they need. Motor City still has all 3 timeouts, so it's not game over yet, but that's not looking good.
Motor City does have all 3 timeouts, so they're going to have to watch it right here. And they're going to have to shut it down, but they're going to have to go down real quick because they're not going to have a whole lot of time. To give it a 1st down, game is over. But they still have an opportunity, but they're going to have to stop, call all their timeouts, and force a punt. Better get the ball back, but they're going to have to go down fast.
Rochelle Colston getting the turnover on downs tackle. And Logan Jack picking up a bunch right there.
And that's not how you look to get the ball back, giving up 8 yards on 1st down. Now they got 2 opportunities to get 2 yards, and Logan Jack is having a season game today.
Offset eye on 2nd down. Ball is handed off.
Oh, I think they need to look at that.
Jalen Wells, he's spotted short. Motor City will burn their 2nd timeout.
Wow. All right. Here it is for Motor City right here. They got to make a stop right here to get themselves in a position to get the ball back.
Richardson under center, hands the ball off. A 1st down wins it, and they don't get there. Nicholas Warner again.
Wow. What a stop right there. Now to give themselves a fighting chance. Oh, are they going for it?
Wow, they want to go for the win. Rochelle Coulson.
CC is pulling it out.
She has seen enough of the 0 in the win column. They're going for the win right now. They snap the ball, and they don't get it. Motor City gets the stop they need. They've got a fighting chance. They've got no timeouts, but they've got 1:17, and they need a touchdown.
And I don't know what is going on right now, but that was such a gutsy call by Cece right there to go for it. I got to credit her, right? When you've had the season you had right there, and she feels like her defense can win this game for her. So we're going to see what LA's defense can do to be able to stop this right here.
Wow. All right, Motor City back out on offense. They're going to start with a Christopher Dean run. They got it. They need a touchdown. It's 4-down territory. They can't stop the clock. Clock's rolling right now.
Yeah, they got to do something, and they had to come out right here. They came out in more of a passing situation right here, coming out in a shotgun with split backs.
Motor City not wanting to leave any time on the clock.
Oh!
And a dot, an absolute dot.
Guy Clausen
getting the catch inside 45 seconds now. Motor City content to let the clock roll because they want to score and leave no time for LA to try to come back at all.
I know these teams are lacking in the win column, but wow, this is quite the game.
Both of them playing with fire right now.
Yes.
Rochelle going for it on 4th down, and Motor City just letting that clock roll, and they're going to run. Christopher Dean runs the ball up to the 22. 26 seconds. Now they go into the hurry up. 3 receiver set. King Jackson. Short drop, he'll throw. Pass over the middle. That one is incomplete. Tried to get it back to Clausen. Clock stops with 18 seconds. They'll get 2 more shots to at least get a first down. But Gerald, if they get a first down and it's not out of bounds, if it's not stopping the clock, they might not be able to get back to the line. We'll see what happens. 4 receivers set.
Yeah, and here we go right here. They're going to put a guy in motion and get yourself trips down to the side right here at the 22-yard line.
Jackson.
Oh,
Clausen! Touchdown, Motor City. Retake the lead with 14 seconds to go.
Guy Clausen finds himself wide open. LA decide to bring almost everybody. They played man. Guy Clausen got behind the defense. The safety did not see him going threw it to him for a 22-yard strike to take the lead with 14 seconds left.
Unbelievable as Motor City pulling it back out of the bag of tricks. Glide calls. Zach Haldorf in the stats truck making fun of whatever you just did.
Oh, I was having a seizure.
Like, guy, something or other did a thing. He sure did, Gerald. He sure did.
It was Guy and Clausen all the same word. It was
Glosson.
Glide Clausen.
We're just going to call him Glosson for now. He's glossing into the end zone for
nicknames
a touchdown.
galore.
A pair of amazing games to start week 8. He kneels the ball down into the end zone. And Cameron Irvine, tell us about the other great game going on.
Watch this. Colin Pierce down 1, picked off by Louisiana, but then a fumble, but it's recovered by the Revolution, and they win the game. 15-14 Revs over the Ramblers. Back to you.
Thanks, Cam.
Mr. Irvine fulfilling my request. Thank you very much.
13 seconds to go. LA still has a shot to be able to get it into field goal range to tie it up, but they're going to need some big passes. That one going incomplete. They have all 3 timeouts, but only 10 seconds to go. Will there be a miracle on the field, or will Motor City come away with the win?
Where they're going to have to get the ball further down the field to put themselves in a situation. They got to throw 15 to 20-yard routes right here.
That one only a 5-yard dump down.
That ain't it.
No, 3rd down and 10.
Look, and this is the thing. If I have they have 2 of the fastest receivers in the league on the LA offense. I would just send them on go routes and let Sully just drop back and put all his body and arm into the throw and see what those fast guys can do.
Final play of the ball game. That one is tipped and incomplete, so it's not the final play of the ball game. 4th down, trying to hit LZ Pryor, and that's kind of what I was thinking is chuck it deep to LZ Pryor and see if he can get open and add on to his monster day. He's got over 150 yards.
Yeah, and Sully is a decent mobile quarterback, right? He can roll out, so if he gets pressure, he can actually create some more time for himself and find the guys deep down the field. Bubba Tree and Aniguez is the guys you need to target here.
Richardson throws over the middle, tries to hit Pryor. That one's picked off, and that's going to be the ball game as Motor City gets the turnover and gets the win. 000 on the clock. Gerald, this is the second time they've scored 24 points this season, but this time it gets them their second win.
And they actually completed it in very good fashion. Their offense was not very good in the first half. They only had 3 points. They turned those 3 points into another 21 points in the second half, while also limiting LA to 7 points. What some halftime adjustments that were made by the mad scientist and Drew Reilly in Motor City. Very good coaching on that side. And for LA, they don't have anything to hang them their heads about. They played a really, really good game, and I cannot blame CeCe for going for it on 4th down there, given the season that they had. She's trying to get
that W.
So she's trying to inject inspiration into this football team, and that's the kind of thing that you do in those situations to show your football team, even with the record they have, that you have confidence in them to complete it. But credit to Motor City for coming away with the win.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely wild back and forth game for both of these squads. LA will fall to 0-7 on the season. Motor City improves to 2-5. Next up for the Lycans, they'll host the Vancouver Legion on March 10th at 9 p.m. Motor City heads to Baltimore next on March 8th, 8:15 p.m. to take on the Vultures. More football action tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, starting with Seattle at Minnesota and Atlanta at Jacksonville. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Motor City gets the win 24-21. For Gerald Smith, Eddie Gage, Zach Holdorf, Ron Haynes, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson, who's always with us in spirit. I'm Mike Diggs. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Be kind to one another. Always choose happy and have a great night.